For over 2 decades, one question has shattered friendships, dominated forums, and fueled endless debates on every playground in the world. Who wins in a fight? Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will be Pirate King, or Naruto Uzumaki, the child of prophecy who became the seventh Hokage? Well, today that debate is dead, and we're here to perform the autopsy. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For years, the Luffy versus Naruto matchup was a back and forth of Rasengan versus Gamagama no Pistol and Haki versus Chakra. But recently, the game has completely changed. Luffy unlocked Gear 5, and power so ridiculous the world government tried to erase it from history, and Naruto, well, he lost his nine-tailed nuclear fox, Kurama, taking a massive hit to its power. So what does that leave? Where does that leave us? Has the rubbery sun god left the enduring shinobi in the dust, or does the seventh Hokage still have what it takes? Today, we're settling it. We're breaking down their powers, their philosophies, and their win conditions, piece by piece. This is the sun god versus the child of prophecy. Let's get into it. Understand Luffy, you have to understand that his entire fighting style is built on one thing: freedom. And his power system is a perfect reflection of that. It's a two-pronged assault of pure, unadulterated willpower and the most absurd devil fruit in the world. Let's talk about Haki. Haki is basically your spirit, your willpower weaponized. It's not a fancy energy technique, it's the sheer force of your ambition made real. You've got three flavors. Observation Haki, this is your spidey sense. It's like lets you feel people's presence and predict their moves, but at its most advanced level, it becomes future sight, letting you see several seconds into the future. It's like having a sneak peek at the script of the fight, making you almost impossible to hit. Armament Haki. Think of this as invisible spiritual armor you can wrap around yourself or your weapons. It's the great equalizer in the One Piece world because it's the only reliable way to punch a guy made of smoke or light. Conqueror's Haki. This is the rare stuff. You can't learn it. You have to be born with the qualities of a king. At its most basic, you can flex your will so hard that weaker people around you just pass out. It's the ultimate crowd control. But the real scary stuff is the advanced applications. Luffy has mastered two of the most broken techniques in the series: Advanced Conqueror's Haki, Advanced Conqueror's Coding, where he infuses his attacks with his kingly will for a massive power boost, and more important for this fight, Advanced Armament, also known as Rio. This lets him project his Haki inside an opponent's body to destroy them from the inside out, completely bypassing their external defenses. Remember that it's important. Now, for the main event, the power-up that broke the internet, Gear 5. For almost 1,000 chapters, we thought Luffy ate the Gum Gum fruit, a simple fruit that made him a rubber man. We were wrong. The world government lied. The fruit's real name is the Hito no Mi Madonika, a mythical Zoan fruit that grants the user the power of the sun god of liberation, Nika. His awakened form, Gear 5, is what happens when the godlike power is fully unleashed. People call it Toon Force. And honestly, they're not far off. Creator Ichiro Oda literally compared it to drawing Tom and Jerry. In this form, Luffy's physical stats go through the roof, combining the best parts of all of his previous gears with none of the drawbacks. He can fight with total freedom, limited only by his imagination. He can make the ground beneath him bounce like a trampoline, grab a bolt of lightning and throw it like a spear, and even turn his opponents into rubber. It's described as the most ridiculous power in the world, and yeah, that checks out. But, and this is a huge but, it's not limitless. Gear 5 runs on a brutal time limit and burns an insane amount of stamina. When it runs out, Luffy is left completely exhausted and visibly aged. He can force his heart to restart and jump back into the form, but that just makes the crash even harder afterwards. It's an all or nothing gambit. A glorious, hilarious, world-bending gambit. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about the seventh Hokage, and we have to start by addressing the fox in the room. In the fight against Ishiki or Kutsu, Naruto used Baryon Mode, a final trump card that burned away Kurama's life force to achieve unbelievable power. It saved the world, but it cost him his oldest friend and frankly about half his power. So, what did he lose? He lost the massive chakra cloak, the giant Kurama avatar, the tailed beast bombs, and Kurama's insane regeneration. He can't just spam thousands of shadow clones anymore. This isn't the same Juggernaut who fought in the 4th Great Ninja War, but anyone who thinks Naruto is a pushover now is dead wrong. He's been forced back to his roots, relying on the skills that made him a legend in the first place, and at the top of that list is Sage Mode. By blending his own chakra with natural energy, Naruto can get a massive boost in strength, speed, and durability. It also gives him a form of precognition, letting him sense and dodge attacks he can't even see. And his signature Sage Mode technique, the Frog Kata, is a game changer. It surrounds his fist with an aura of natural energy, allowing him to hit his opponents with invisible shockwaves that cause internal damage. Sounds familiar? But to have a fair debate, we have to talk about Naruto as at his absolute strongest. Peak Naruto. This is the Naruto from the end of the war, wielding the power of the 6-path Sage Mode and the infamous truth-seeking orbs. Now, there's a huge debate about whether current Naruto can still use this mode. The consensus is no. 6-path Sage Mode requires the chakra of all 9 tailed beasts, with Kurama acting as the meeting point. Without him, that connection is gone. But peak Naruto, he had it all. And that means he had the truth-seeking orbs. These things are the definition of hats. They are black orbs made of all 5 elemental natures, plus yin and yang released. What does that mean? It means they erase whatever they touch. Not just physically, but spiritually. They nullify all forms of ninjutsu and disintegrate matter on contact. They are an absolute offense and an absolute defense. But they have one single critical weakness, senjutsu or nature energy. Because the orbs are a product of 6-path senjutsu, they can't nullify and nullify attacks infused with natural energy. This single rule is the key to this entire debate. Okay, the fighters are set. Let's get to the matchups. First, the battle of internal damage. Luffy's advanced armament haki versus Naruto's chakra defense. Luffy's whole strategy against durable opponents is to bypass their skin and wreck their insides. Pause. Naruto's chakra cloaks and Sage Mode enhanced body are incredibly tough, but they primarily reinforce him from the outside. Team Luffy argues that Rio would go straight through that defense and turn Naruto's organs into jelly. Team Naruto argues that chakra reinforces the entire body inside and out. It's a clash of unstoppable force versus immovable object. For current Naruto, who lost his regeneration, a clean hit from this would be devastating. But now for the big one. Question that decides the peak Naruto fight: can Haki stop a truth-seeking orb? The short answer, almost certainly not. The TSOs nullify ninjutsu. Haki isn't ninjutsu, so that's a good start. But the orbs don't just cancel energy, they erase matter and spirit using yin and yang release. Their only stated weakness is senjutsu, natural energy. Haki is willpower. It's a different power system entirely. If Luffy tried to punch a TSO, even with his strongest haki, he's not going to have a fist anymore. This makes the truth-seeking orbs Naruto's ultimate unanswerable trump card. So if they can't just punch each other, how does the fight actually play out? It becomes a battle of strategy. Luffy's Gear 5 turns the battlefield into a chaotic bouncy castle from hell. He could turn Naruto's Rasen Shuriken into a harmless rubber ball, but Naruto is a genius strategist. His wind-style Rasen Shuriken doesn't just explode, it attacks with millions of microscopic blades on a cellular level. Luffy's body is made of rubber, not adamantium. Those blades would shred him. This is the core of the fight. Luffy in Gear 5 is a tidal wave of overwhelming power on a short timer. Naruto is a master of attrition. built to outlast and outsmart his opponent with clones and strategy. It's a race against the clock. We've broken it all down. Now it's time for the final answer. And the truth is, there isn't one answer. There are two. Scenario A, peak Naruto war arc versus current Luffy. In this fight, Naruto wins, and it's not particularly close. His flight keeps him out of Luffy's range. His thousands of shadow clones, each capable of throwing rushing shurikens, would completely overwhelm Luffy's future sight. His stamina and regeneration mean he can easily wait out the Gear 5 timer. And most importantly, he has the truth-seeking orbs. They are an instant win button that Luffy has no defense against. Luffy's only hope is to land a single massive island-sized Bajrang gun punch before Naruto can pull or bring out his full arsenal to bear. It's a puncher's chance, but against a god, that's not enough. Verdict: peak Naruto wins 9 times out of 10. Scenario B, current Naruto post-Kurama versus current Luffy. But what about today? What if they fought right now? Here's the tables are completely flipped. Without Kurama, Naruto lost his trump card. He lost the TSOs, the insane regeneration, the flight, and the massive stamina pool. Current Luffy, on the other hand, is at his absolute peak. He outclasses this version of Naruto in almost every physical category. Strength, speed, durability. His future sight is a better precog than Naruto's Sage Mode sensing. His internal destruction haki is a perfect tool to exploit Naruto's new vulnerability. Naruto's only path to victory is to play keep away, survive the Gear 5 onslaught, and hope to land a lucky Rasen Shuriken. But against an opponent who is faster, stronger, and can see the future, that's a losing battle. Verdict: current Luffy wins 8 times out of 10. So, there you have it. The winner of the Luffy versus Naruto debate completely depends on when you ask the question. At his peak, Naruto was a god of destruction with a hacks ability that simply can't be countered. But in the current timeline, Luffy has become a god of freedom, and his raw power and unique abilities give him the decisive edge. It's a perfect reflection of their stories. One hero who achieved ultimate power and then had to learn to be strong without it, and another who has always been underestimated, only to awaken a power that could change the world. But what do you guys think? Did we get it right? Who do you think wins and why? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Until next time, keep debating and love you guys. We see y'all on another one. Seemlytuber out. Peace.